but that didn't quite work against the 3000 player, but it's just, yeah.
Incredible. Andrew Tang, a busy man, and he's doing great in Title Tuesday Game Week 10. This is Magnus Carlsen also doing great in today's Title Tuesday. This is round 5. He's on 4 out of 4 so far, up against Moussard.
And Magnus starts in a very flexible way. He now occupies the center. He started with 1 G3. Now he's fianchettoed his bishop. I'm expecting him now to decide whether to step forward with his pawn or just defend that pawn. He does go forward, and now he's likely to push this pawn forward as well. Connect his pawn chain. Okay, he goes for the center first. He goes to the other connect four. Go on, Magnus. I was going to say, make the pyramid. Push the other pawn forward too. It's all about the dark squares for Magnus. It's a French defense pawn structure against a French player. And Magnus, yeah, it feels like he's in his comfort zone right now.
It definitely does. A smile on his face. He looks comfortable up against Grandmaster Moussard, Jules Moussard from France, with a rating of 2600 on the FIDE standard rating list, but on chess.com, blitz rating of almost 3100. Incredible in this format. He likes to play Title Tuesday. Last week he scored 5 points, but he's had 2 game weeks with 8 points. Someone who often is in the top in Title Tuesdays. Already, though, slightly worse here in this game.
Yeah, and give Magnus space, and he'll seize it with 2 hands. And by space here, I'm talking about this e5 pawn. It's the French defense structure that we talked about. Literally everything, all the pawns on dark squares for Magnus. And now he's going to switch focus towards the black king. Due to that pawn, you kind of cut the board in half. You take away some key squares from the black pieces. Magnus will try to develop his remaining kind of soldiers here, and then he's going to push the h-pawn forward, try to loosen black up, and it's a very long kind of long play attack here. You need 3 or 4 steps to build it up, but in the meantime, black is suffocated slightly. Black struggles for air and has to play just on this flank, on the queen side. So the knight's coming. I like that move by Jules Moussard, but Magnus definitely enjoying his position.
Hikaru Nakamura is playing with the black pieces in round 5 against Milos Spar, a great player. And I will check Andrew Tang as well. Who is he up against here in round 5?
Yeah, Magnus with knight g5. Is he going for an attack here, maybe?
Yeah, it feels like he's trying to do caveman chess, I was going to say, threaten some checkmates.
Yeah.
The knight gets kicked back. I think he's just clearing a path for his queen to come forward. The queen is now going to threaten some stuff in conjunction with her bishop. Maybe bishop takes pawn sacrifices. Maybe the queen will come out the whole way, sack that bishop, open up the black king. I've always kind of found this type of maneuver very odd, but I've seen Magnus do it many, many times, so it can't be that bad. As Moussard just ignores it. That's an odd move, allowing Magnus to develop his knight. Probably the bishop comes forward.
He's going to protect with the bishop, about down to g6, yeah. Okay.
Interesting position. I think Magnus, it's time for him to bring his queen out in the near future. First, he moves his knight back. Suddenly, black is better. This is a very weird position. And I won't trust the eval bar too much until Magnus goes on the attack.
What makes it weird?
It's just because it looks quite good for white, but computers always like black once the bishop's on this long diagonal. The bishop is outside of the pawn chain. Earlier, it was actually on the wrong side of the board. So as Asbjørn said, this bishop's a great defender suddenly. And Magnus is actually trying to trade it off. He's hitting the rook. Next, he'll bring his bishop forward. And then we might see, well, now we see Magnus better yet again. So it's the type of position it turns on these very small positional details. It's the type of thing you only really get to know if you experience these types of structures game in, game out.
Mm-hmm. Magnus is playing fast today. He knows the topic today is speed, as always in Title Tuesday. But he has almost 30 seconds more on the clock than Jules Moussard.
Oh, freeing a field for his knight there. Knight f4 coming, perhaps, with some... yeah, I feel this can get really interesting in a couple of moves. It's like there's something looming here with the maneuvering.
Definitely. Magnus always seems to mate his opponents. Every time I see him with the structure, he either mates or gets mated. But here the white king is very safe, so I don't think he'll be the one in trouble. And the black knight, that was the problem piece. It couldn't move, literally couldn't move until the last turn. Now it has a safe square, but it might be too late. That's the wrong side of the board. I think Moussard should be doubling up his rooks, putting the knight back near his king, just to protect. But for now, the black king just lacking defenders. Magnus has a clear plan now of bringing the queen out and I really fear for Jules Moussard down a minute and facing the threat of bishop takes pawn due to the pin. King has to move. He has to decide which way to go. But okay, he doesn't go to the corner, but that's a big mistake apparently. Magnus stepping forward, his knight's now coming to the edge to double down on this weak pawn. It's crazy, level material, but white is totally winning.
Wow. It's looking great for Magnus Carlsen. Andrew Tang, it's also looking good for him. He's playing Mindlin from Israel here in round 5. Magnus Carlsen can now go up to 5 out of 5 points with a win in this game.
And he has won a pawn.
It was really tempting to take the pawn on e6 there, or sacrifice, but maybe not necessary to risk anything when he's that much better anyways. So yeah.
Poor Moussard, he's done nothing much wrong this game. Maybe 2 or 3 small mistakes, but Magnus has been brutal in punishing him. Look at the smile from Magnus there, looking very happy. He's going to win the base of the black pawn chain, and like you said there, the knight's going to take this pawn, but for free this time.
Yeah.
And this is just over. Material advantage, and he gets the win, Magnus Carlsen.
There it is. Magnus Carlsen goes up to 5 out of 5. He has almost 3